The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. By Dr. Joseph Murphy. There is a silent force within you. It operates day and night, shaping your life, your health, your happiness, and your success. It doesn't sleep, it doesn't argue, it doesn't judge, it simply obeys. This force is your subconscious mind. Dr. Joseph Murphy, in his timeless classic The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, unveils a truth that spiritual leaders, psychologists, philosophers, and mystics have long understood, that what you repeatedly impress upon your subconscious, it will inevitably express in your outer life. At the heart of this philosophy is a powerful idea: you are what you think all day long. But it's not just your conscious thoughts that create your life, it's the deep, consistent beliefs that you hold, often without even realizing it. The subconscious does not distinguish between good and bad, true or false. It simply follows the instructions it's given, especially when those instructions are loaded with emotion, repetition, and belief. 1. The two minds within. The conscious mind is the realm of logic, reasoning, and decision-making. It is the gatekeeper, the captain of the ship. But the subconscious is the engine room, it powers the vessel. While the conscious mind can make plans and set goals, the subconscious is the one that executes, often in subtle and invisible ways. Everything you experience begins as a seed in your subconscious. If you constantly worry, live in fear, or expect failure, your subconscious accepts that as truth, and then works relentlessly to make that fear a reality. The same is true for positive thoughts. If you believe in health, wealth, love, and success, and you plant those ideas repeatedly, the subconscious becomes a fertile ground for miracles. 2. How belief becomes reality. Dr. Murphy shares countless examples of people who changed their lives simply by changing their mental patterns. One woman healed a paralyzed arm by repeating a single affirmation: "It is moving perfectly. I am whole." A man restored his failing business by envisioning customers pouring in, money flowing in, and his service being celebrated. Another rid himself of insomnia by affirming peace and rest before bed. These weren't magic tricks. They were demonstrations of mental law. The subconscious accepts your most dominant beliefs and then brings them to life. It's a process of impression and expression. First you impress the subconscious through repeated thoughts, feelings, images, and affirmations. Then the subconscious expresses those beliefs through your health, relationships, circumstances, and finances. 3. Mental healing, the hidden power within. Your body responds to your mind more than you realize. Dr. Murphy explores in great depth how mental patterns affect physical health. If you fear illness, talk about disease, expect pain, or dwell on weakness, your subconscious listens, and begins to manifest those conditions. On the other hand, if you imagine vitality, affirm healing, and see yourself as strong and whole, your body aligns with that message. He shares a powerful principle: whatever you impress on your subconscious mind is expressed on the screen of space as condition, experience, and event. This means your external life is a mirror of your internal state. Your body, too, is a mirror, reflecting your beliefs, expectations, and emotions. That's why so many healing techniques around the world, whether prayer, visualization, meditation, or affirmations, work when they access the subconscious. You don't need to know how the healing will happen. The subconscious takes care of the how. Your job is to implant the belief with faith, consistency, and emotion. 4. The power of prayer and faith. Murphy emphasizes the power of prayer, not as pleading or begging, but as a mental practice of aligning with your desired outcome. He explains that prayer is effective when it is scientific, when it is done with clarity, focus, belief, and repetition. Faith is not just a religious concept in this book, it is a mental law. When you pray or affirm something with deep belief, your subconscious is activated. And when your subconscious is activated, transformation happens. He tells stories of people who healed themselves, overcame poverty, restored relationships, and found purpose, simply by praying the right way, with faith, with gratitude, and without fear. The key is to pray as if the answer is already given. Instead of "Please heal me," say, "I am healed." Instead of "I want to be successful," say, "Success is mine now." This shift in language shifts your energy, and your subconscious listens. 5. Wealth begins in the mind. Many people believe they are doomed to struggle financially. They feel guilty about wanting more, or they believe money is evil, or they constantly speak words of lack. "I can't afford it, I'll never get ahead, I'm just not lucky." These are mental poisons. Dr. Murphy teaches that wealth begins as an idea. If you affirm wealth, visualize prosperity, and genuinely feel grateful for money, your subconscious begins to attract people, opportunities, and ideas that align with wealth. He doesn't promote greed, but rather the abundance mindset. There is no virtue in poverty, he says, and no shame in desiring a rich and comfortable life. The universe is abundant, and your subconscious knows how to tap into that abundance, if you give it the right instruction. He offers affirmations like, "Wealth flows to me freely, joyously, and endlessly. I am open to receive the riches of life. Money is God's good in circulation, and I am part of that circulation." When repeated with emotion and belief, these statements rewire your mind, and as your inner world changes, so does your outer world. 6. Relationships and harmony. The subconscious doesn't only shape health and wealth, it also influences your relationships. If you believe people are untrustworthy, cruel, or selfish, you will constantly encounter those traits in others. But if you expect kindness, respect, and love, you begin to attract people who mirror that energy. Dr. Murphy advises readers to use their subconscious to bless others silently. If you're dealing with a difficult person, instead of reacting with anger or fear, send them silent affirmations. "I radiate love, and I receive love. Peace surrounds me. This person is divine in essence, and harmony flows between us." Over time, these subtle shifts in thought can transform how others respond to you. Why? Because your subconscious is shaping not only your perception but your emotional energy, your behavior, and even the circumstances you attract. 7. Fear, the greatest enemy. One of the most powerful messages in this book is the warning against fear. Fear is a thought charged with negative emotion. And when that thought is impressed upon the subconscious, especially repeatedly, it begins to express that fear into your reality. Fear of disease can cause illness. Fear of failure can sabotage success. Fear of rejection can destroy relationships. Dr. Murphy's solution is not denial, but reprogramming. Replace fear thoughts with faith thoughts. If fear arises, do not dwell on it, counter it with affirmations, prayer, and positive images. Train your subconscious to expect good, not bad. He says, do not dwell on obstacles, delays, and fears. Instead, dwell on the solution, the goal, the outcome you desire. The more you do this, the more you condition your subconscious to become your ally rather than your saboteur. 8. The mental movie technique. One of the most powerful tools Murphy teaches is the use of mental imagery, what he calls the mental movie. Just like a film playing in your mind, your subconscious responds powerfully to vivid images. If you want to create change, see it in your imagination first. Imagine the outcome you desire in great detail, the sounds, colors, feelings, even the smells of the scene. If you want success, see yourself shaking hands with your clients. If you want health, imagine yourself running, laughing, strong and whole. If you want peace, see yourself sitting in serenity, light radiating around you. This isn't fantasy. It's creative thought aligned with belief. The subconscious accepts what you emotionally believe, and it moves heaven and earth to make that belief a reality. Murphy suggests practicing this mental movie every day, especially before sleep and upon waking, when the mind is most receptive. 9. The mirror of life. Everything in your external life is a mirror, a reflection of your internal beliefs. If you want to change what you see, don't attack the mirror. Change the image within. This is why fighting outer conditions often doesn't work. If you want to change your finances, don't just hustle harder, change your beliefs about abundance. If you want love, don't chase relationships, become love in your thoughts and emotions. The outer world follows the inner world. Dr. Murphy puts it clearly, change your thought, and you change your destiny. You must stop blaming others, circumstances, or luck. All power is within you. Your life is a projection of your dominant mental states. Accept this truth, and you reclaim your creative power. 10. Programming the subconscious, night and day. Dr. Murphy emphasizes that your subconscious is especially impressionable during the moments just before sleep. In that state between wakefulness and sleep, the conscious mind relaxes, and the gate to the subconscious opens wide. This is the perfect time to plant new seeds, using affirmations, gratitude, visualization, and positive self-talk. Repeat your desired outcome gently and with feeling. I am at peace. My body is healing. I am whole. I am now aligned with abundance. Money flows easily. I forgive. I release the past. I am free and loved. As you drift into sleep with these thoughts, your subconscious begins working on them all night long, initiating healing, attracting opportunities, shifting perceptions. Likewise, begin each day with purpose. Upon waking, before the mind gets flooded with worry or distraction, feed it a positive command: today is filled with miracles. Divine intelligence guides me. I expect good in every area of life. This simple habit sets your subconscious in motion, and you'll begin to notice life responding in kind. 11. True prayer, declaring, not begging. Another critical idea Dr. Murphy corrects is the misunderstanding of prayer. Many people beg, plead, or cry to God, hoping for intervention. But effective prayer, he explains, is not about desperation, it's about alignment. Prayer is a mental technique to impress the subconscious with the truth you desire to manifest. The best form of prayer is affirmative, believing, and peaceful. You are not trying to convince God to help you. You are aligning your inner belief with divine law. For example, instead of praying, "Please help me get better," declare, "The healing presence of God is flowing through me now. I am well." Instead of, "Please help me find love," affirm, "Divine love now attracts the perfect partner into my life." The moment you feel the peace and certainty of answered prayer, your subconscious has received the instruction. The manifestation is already underway. 12. Success and the subconscious mind. Success is not a game of luck, nor is it limited to the talented few. It's a mental blueprint brought to life by the subconscious. Most people fail because they expect failure, fear rejection, or hold unconscious beliefs like I'm not good enough or success isn't for people like me. Dr. Murphy insists, your belief determines your result. No matter your background, your education, your connections, if you believe you are destined to succeed, and you act in harmony with that belief, you cannot fail. He advises, speak success. Think success. Feel success. Visualize yourself already living in the success you desire. Then act with confidence, not desperation. He also cautions against envy and resentment toward those who are already successful. These emotions block your own prosperity. Instead, bless their success and say, what God has done for them, He now does for me in His own way. 13. The Law of Substitution. One of the great spiritual laws shared by Murphy is the law of substitution. The mind cannot hold two opposing thoughts at the same time. If you are afraid, substitute it with a thought of faith. If you are angry, replace it with love. If you feel despair, introduce gratitude. You must become a mental gardener, vigilant, intentional, proactive. You are not a victim of thoughts. You are the master, the chooser. Don't fight the negative. Instead, replace it. Affirm what you want, not what you fear. Over time, the subconscious will follow the new pattern, and your life will change. 14. Real-life miracles. Throughout the book, Murphy shares countless real-life examples of people who used the subconscious mind to create miraculous outcomes. A woman declared daily that she would receive a large sum of money, and in a surprising turn of events, inherited a significant fortune from a distant relative. A businessman on the verge of collapse changed his mental attitude. He imagined success, affirmed abundance, and restructured his self-image. Within months, his business boomed beyond his expectations. A young boy with speech difficulties was healed after his parents consistently affirmed his perfect speech, imagined him speaking clearly, and removed all labels of problem from his identity. These stories are not fairy tales. They are evidence of the same principle working for anyone, anywhere, as within, so without. 15. Love, forgiveness, and inner harmony. Murphy places great importance on the power of forgiveness and love. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. It blocks your spiritual and mental energy, and creates inner conflict that sabotages your health and happiness. He advises, forgive not just in words, but in emotion. Truly release. Bless those who hurt you and affirm, I release them. I am free. They are free. Divine love heals us both. Create inner harmony through love, toward others, yourself, and life. The subconscious responds to love far more powerfully than fear. When you live in the vibration of love, peace, and gratitude, your entire world softens, opens, and responds in kind. 16. Your subconscious is always listening. Everything you say to yourself, even as a joke, is a command to the subconscious. Casual remarks like I'm so unlucky, I'm always broke, I can't catch a break, these are not harmless. They are destructive programming. Be intentional. Speak only what you want to be true. Dr. Murphy encourages readers to turn their mouths into fountains of blessing. Everything always works out for me. I attract amazing people and opportunities. My life is overflowing with peace, purpose, and prosperity. Repeat these affirmations like spiritual vitamins, morning, night, and throughout the day. Eventually, your subconscious will accept them as truth, and express them as reality. We've now explored how the subconscious mind works, how to feed it empowering thoughts, and how your life reflects what you deeply believe. But there's one remaining challenge. What do you do when negative thoughts are already deeply embedded? What if fear, shame, or lack have become your default inner reality? Dr. Joseph Murphy devotes the final sections of his book to helping you rewire old beliefs, access intuition, and build a daily practice of transformation. 17. Reprogramming deep beliefs. You are not doomed by your past, your upbringing, or your previous programming. What has been built in the subconscious can be unbuilt and replaced. But it requires consistency. Here's Murphy's core process for reprogramming limiting beliefs. Identify the belief. Get clear on what's been running your life. Is it "I'm not good enough"? Money is evil? I don't deserve love? These thoughts must be brought into the light. Awareness begins healing. Neutralize the emotional charge. When you find the belief, you may feel shame, fear, or pain. Let it come. Then, release it with love. Say to yourself, "This is not who I am. It was something I learned. I now let it go." Create the new command. Replace the old belief with a new affirmation, charged with emotion and repetition. For example, I am more than enough. I am worthy. Money is my friend. It flows to me freely. I am lovable, and I attract love with ease. Repetition plus emotion equals reprogramming. Repeat your new beliefs with feeling, especially before sleep and after waking. Write them down, record them, visualize them. Over time, your subconscious accepts the new command and expresses it in your life. 18. The power of autosuggestion. Murphy highlights the power of autosuggestion, the deliberate act of feeding suggestions to the subconscious. These suggestions must be positive, focus on what you want, not what you don't. Present tense, I am, not I will. Emotionally charged, feel them as real now. Repetitive, daily input reshapes the inner mind. He explains that the subconscious doesn't understand sarcasm or joking. Every word you say with belief or emotion becomes a building block of your reality. Make your autosuggestion sacred. Speak with purpose. For example, instead of "I want to be happy," say, "I am deeply happy now. Joy flows through me." Instead of "I hope I succeed," affirm, "I am a success. Everything I touch prospers." Even if the outer world contradicts these statements at first, persist. The subconscious creates conditions from the inside out. 19. Intuition, the voice of the subconscious. Murphy reveals that your intuition, those inner nudges, quiet insights, or sudden ideas, is the voice of your subconscious mind communicating guidance. When you align your conscious desire with subconscious belief, your intuition becomes sharper, clearer, and more frequent. You receive solutions before you even ask, nudges toward the right people, or warnings when something is off. To activate intuition, spend time in silence daily. Ask questions internally and wait in stillness. Trust your inner feelings. Use dreams as guidance. The subconscious often speaks symbolically while sleeping. Example: one businessman in the book was stuck on a major decision. He quieted his mind, visualized the best outcome, and affirmed, "Infinite intelligence reveals the perfect answer now." Within hours, he had a sudden insight that saved his company. The subconscious mind is not just a tool for achieving, it is a channel of higher wisdom. Trust it. Train yourself to listen. 20. Spiritual connection and higher power. Murphy reminds us that the subconscious is not a random force, it is connected to the infinite intelligence of the universe. What some call the subconscious, others call God within, universal mind, or divine spirit. This is not a religious argument, it's a spiritual truth. When you plant seeds in the subconscious with faith, love, and confidence, you are aligning with divine law. Prayer, meditation, gratitude, and reverence are ways of staying connected to this deeper source. It's not about dogma, it's about conscious cooperation with the power that breathes you. Murphy writes, "There is only one process of healing, and that is faith. There is only one power, and that is God." This faith doesn't mean blind belief. It means an inner knowing, an unshakable trust that the universe supports your good. 21. A practical daily routine. To bring everything together, Dr. Murphy suggests a daily practice that reprograms the subconscious and opens the door to miracles. 22. Morning. As you wake, affirm something powerful: today is blessed. Everything flows with ease. I am guided and successful. Spend 2 to 5 minutes visualizing your main goal as already achieved. Feel it. Read or listen to inspiring, spiritual material. 23. Throughout the day. Be aware of your thoughts. Redirect any negativity. Use auto-suggestions silently: I am calm. I am loved. I am attracting abundance now. Bless others in your mind. Send love. Be kind. Take action in harmony with your goals, not from fear. 24. Evening. As you fall asleep, give your subconscious a final instruction: thank you for healing my body and mind. Thank you for bringing my dreams to life. Review the day with gratitude and mentally plant what you want to grow tomorrow. This routine is not about rigidity, it's about alignment. Repeating this daily, even imperfectly, will create compounding effects. You will literally become a different person, more peaceful, powerful, prosperous. 25. You are the master of your fate. In the final chapters, Dr. Murphy reminds you that you are the captain of your soul, not a leaf in the wind. You have been given the greatest gift, the power to think, believe, and direct your own mind. No external condition can keep you stuck when you understand this truth: your mind creates your reality. Not occasionally. Always. Here are his most urgent messages to remember: you become what you feel and believe. Not just what you say. Emotion is the key. The subconscious accepts whatever you impress upon it. Choose your thoughts carefully. There is no virtue in suffering. You are not meant to live in lack, pain, or fear. You are meant to thrive. Gratitude, love, and forgiveness open the gates to infinite blessing. The universe responds to belief. Not begging. Not luck. Belief. Whatever you ask for in faith, believing, you shall receive. This is not just religious poetry, it is universal law. 26. Final reflection. You have been holding the key all along. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are not disqualified. Your subconscious mind is waiting, waiting for your instructions, waiting for you to wake up to who you are. There is no secret formula beyond this. What you believe with feeling becomes your life. What you feed your mind becomes your future. What you love, you attract. What you forgive, sets you free. What you imagine with faith, must come to pass. So now, speak your new truth. Walk in your new self. And let the miracles begin.